flying bass with the Martians, 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 Martians.
All right, so this is the Mars Files, powered by 1AM Radio, and today we have a very special guest. We have cousin Stizz with us.
Hey,
how you doing today, bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing, baby?
I'm good. I'm chilling. So where are you from? You're from Boston, right?
Boston, Massachusetts, man. Dorchester.
What's it like growing up where you're from?
It's different. It's different, man. There's a lot of culture going on. There's like a lot of diversity where I live. You know what I'm saying? And then and the city's beautiful as hell. But like specifically where I live, you know, like I said, there's a lot of culture, there's a lot of diversity, you know, there's a lot of good times and there's a lot of bad times. You know what I'm saying? It's like any other hood in America. Yeah,
definitely. And in school and stuff, you lived in like the hood, but you ended up going to like a school in the suburbs?
Yeah. It was my mom's decision when I was in like 8th grade. I got kicked out of my 7th grade school, so I ended up going like this other school in 8th grade. And I was pretty much like doing the wrong shit type thing. And then my mom gave me the ultimatum of just like, school in the suburbs and military school. And that was a no-brainer. I wasn't doing, you feel me, military. I'm not good with authority. So I just went to the suburbs and it was cool.
Yeah. And then at one point, did you start like making music?
Like taking music seriously?
Yeah.
I feel like I was like 21 when I started taking music seriously, something like that. I was a late bloomer.
Yeah,
you feel me? I was
but
outside.
were you always like recording music, or you were just?
Nah, I was always playing around music with the homies and shit, like on the block, like in between plays, like in between smoke sessions, in between anything. You know what I'm saying? That was how we like kept away from like all the madness going on around us. You feel me? We just kind of rap about it, make fun of it, make fun of each other, and then it just kind of snowballed into what we got today.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild as hell. Was Shout Out, like, I know that was like. That was the first song you put out, right?
Nah, that was the third song I put out.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the third song I ever made right there.
That was the third song you ever made, and then it just
kind of
blew up a little.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit, yeah, man.
That's
blessings,
wild.
Man. Super blessed, yo. Super grateful.
That's wild. Like what's the music scene out in Boston?
It's different now. Like when I started rapping, it was like a lot of the older guys, you know, doing their thing. And
who are some of like the older guys from Boston?
Like their terminologies, that OGs, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that type of like that lane and everything. The big homies pretty much. And there wasn't like a real like youth scene or anything like that. And a lot of things, you know, played into role for that. And we kind of just did our own thing. Like that's what worked for us. We kind of just like believed in each other, and we took it upon ourselves to book our own venues, you know what I'm saying? Like do it on our own, like completely on our own, because nobody was going to give it to us, you know, especially not in Boston. There wasn't like a real scene like that. So we kind of did that. And then when we started popping off, a bunch of kids younger than me started doing the same thing. So it's really like that right now. It's just a bunch of kids just trying to do their own thing, and it's fire, man. It's fire.
That's dope. That's dope as hell. Is Michael Christmas from Boston too?
Hell yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah, what's your relationship with him like?
That's my dog.
Yeah.
That's like really my dog. Like I've been kicking with that kid for years.
Like before the music?
Yeah, like that's been my boy for years, like years. Like when I first met him at where we all kind of met each other together at this cypher. It was my boy. I was on the block and one of my homies, he's the only feature on on Suffolk County. Jeffrey Play. He came to me. He was like, "Man, dude, like, there's a cipher going on." I was kind of brushing it off. I didn't really want to go. I was cooking out some Henny. I had my dice. You know, I was with the homies. I was with some girls. I was chilling. Like,
yeah.
And he was like, "Man, this is cool and all that, but is this what you want to do for the rest of your life?" And I had to really sit and think about that. And then I was like, "Fuck it, man. Like, let's go to the cipher." And we all met there. I met Christmas there. I met some of my best friends ever. You feel me? I met Tim. Did I meet you there? No. I met Tim like a couple weeks before, huh? Yeah, I met Tim like a couple weeks before that. But like we all like clicked up at this cipher. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest was history.
Damn. So how did that song come about? Like how'd you end up making a song with Offset?
Simple. I had a session with Vinyls, and he played that beat, and I had some Hennessy in my hands per usual, and I was holding it how I normally do, and I kind of just started rapping to it.
Yeah.
And then we ended up. Vinyls was like, "Yeah, that's the one, bro. You got to record that," and then I did, and then it kind of just happened. Like, yo, my guardian angel on this rap thing, my man Morgan, he hooked it up. He hooked up the Offset verse for me, and then it was just that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's also the one who like did that Drake thing for me too. He recorded that Drake thing that Pop shout out off like early too. So he's been like there since the jump before I even knew him type thing. And he's always been looking out.
The Drake thing was Drake was playing your song at his birthday party, right?
Yep. And that's all it really takes for a song to blow up these days. So it kind of happened.
Shout out to Drake.
Shout out to Drake, man. But shout out to Morgan for capturing that moment. You feel me? Before he even knew me, and then like he hooked up the vinyl session, and then he hooked up the Offset thing too. Like he's always been like a guardian angel type thing, making shit happen for me. So I just want to give him a shout out one time.
That's dope. Shout out to Morgan. What's your recording process like? Like when you get in the studio, what do you do? Do you write stuff down? Do you just go in there and freestyle?
Yeah, it's a combination of both. Like I usually I'm like a clutch type of guy. Like I say like I'm a fourth quarter type of dude. So like I'll procrastinate on something for a minute. I'll sit on a beat for a while, and then like it'd be like an hour before the session. I'm like, all right, I gotta rap. You know what I'm saying? And I'll start writing a whole song, and then I just get to the studio, and like whatever I didn't finish, I just kind of just freestyle off that. Okay. You know, it's kind of just like an emotion thing. Like I gotta feel like, all right, I gotta do some work type thing for me to actually do some work. So.
Yeah. So what? It's like fourth quarter. It's like what the album. You got to turn all the music in like a week, and then
and then for some reason I make my best songs like that last week. Like it's really crazy. It's always happened like that too. Like it's like whenever things get close to a deadline, like I always push out my best work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it makes me mad sad because then eventually the deadline hits and I'm like, yo, I still got some stuff I can, you feel me? I can rap about, and it takes a minute to get back in that groove again.
Yeah.
You know, so
I don't know if you watch Rick and Morty, but one of the writers of Rick and Morty says the same thing. Like he like waits till the last minute, and then like when he absolutely has to get it out, it comes out.
It comes out fluently. Yo, shout out to that because I love Rick and Morty. Yeah. And that's a good, great mind thinks alike, man. Great minds think alike, for real.
So what else are you watching? You watch Stranger Things? Are you hip to that?
Nah. You know what's crazy? My boy Lino, who's on tour with me right now, my brother, and my tour manager too, my cousin Joe, like they be raving about that show. But I'm like, I don't really like watch shows like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
scary?
I just don't watch shows like that. Like I'm into cartoons as hell. Like I like Rick and Morty because it's Rick and Morty. Like I like that type of stuff, but like a show I have to sit down and watch and catch a storyline and like grow with the characters. Like I don't got no time for that.
I feel you.
I don't got no time to be growing with nobody, man. Like I you know.
What's your favorite episode of Rick and Morty? If you have one.
I'm like in the settle of Rick's like storyline, how it's like building out. You know what I'm saying? Like they had that first season episode where like it was where all the Mortys got released, you know what I'm saying? And the second season they brought it back, and then it became like that evil Morty became president of like the whole Citadel type thing. Yeah. So I know this next season
we were dying for that shit to come back. You feel me? That,
like
season
for real, I need
after
and it
that
didn't.
episode. Yeah.
Yo,
like every other episode, we're waiting for a continuation.
Yeah, man, I need another Citadel of Rick storyline to add on to mine. You feel me?
They just need to make a whole season just
of just that, right?
And then
they really could though. They really could, man.
And then just close that storyline and go back to the normal shit.
Yeah, that show's great, dog. I love that show so much.
I'm like super into it. Like I watch like YouTube videos, conspiracies about like apparently like they're saying that evil Morty is like Rick's original Morty.
Wow.
Yeah.
That just blew my mind. Wow.
Yeah.
Because we never know what happened to his original Morty, bro. Yeah. And he always talks about when they say like, yo, what happened to your Rick? And he just never speaks on it.
Yeah. And like, remember the episode where, I know we're like super off on a tangent, but I just fuck with Rick and Morty. But like, you remember that episode where like they're like, evil Morty's got like the dome of Mortys. Mm-hmm. And at the end, he's like showing Rick like memories and stuff. And like Rick like holds like a baby Morty. But like Rick,
But we after this interview's over, we gonna pull that up and you're gonna show me what you're talking about because that's crazy.
But let's get back to where we at right now.
My mind's blown. I don't know if we can even get back there, but let's try it, man. For real.
You're on tour right now?
Yeah, man. I'm on my first tour. Well, my first like headlining tour around the country, man.
How's that going? Where have you gone?
Dog, sweet. That shit has been fire. We've been like that side of the country so far.
It's been U.S. only so far?
Yeah, no, we went to Toronto. We had a show in Toronto as well. Okay. But yeah, just basically U.S. and just the Toronto show. But cool. Yeah, we started off in Philly. We hit Cleveland, Detroit, Toronto, Wisconsin, Chicago, Seattle, Portland. Am I missing somewhere in San Fran? And I feel like I'm missing something, but
And you guys got a show here tonight in LA?
we got one here tonight at the Roxy, man. This shit's gonna be lit. You see, I brought my costume. See, I'm coming out tonight, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be lit, yo. It's gonna be lit.
I'm not gonna lie, for a second, I'm like, yo, how did he grow dreads so fast?
Bro, hair growth, man. Argan oil, you know what I'm saying? I took care of my shit, you know?
I feel it.
Where's the tour end?
Boston. And the
Oh,
House
sweet.
of Blues, man.
That'll be
Boston at the
sweet.
House of Blues. It's gonna be fire. We already sold that out like a day into sales.
Have you ever performed at the House of Blues?
Nah, I mean, I haven't done my own thing at the House of Blues. I mean, Chance brought me out at the House of Blues. Did Mac bring us? Was that at the House of Blues? Yeah. And Mac brought me out at the House of Blues.
I've been to the House of Blues in Boston.
It's
really
huge,
nice.
yo.
Yeah, it's massive.
2,600 people, man.
Big ass room. It's
Hell
sweet.
yeah, we sold that bitch out, man. Sold that hoe out. So that's just gonna be fun, man. Fun.
Obviously, it's like a homecoming.
What's like the tour life like on a day to day? Is it stressful? Does it get
Yo,
tiring?
it's crazy because everybody tells you like these stories about how like tours mad aggravating and mad stressful and like not everybody has good tours. I think I've like been blessed because every tour I've been on, like the Kyle tour and then this tour, and like I had like a little midi East Coast run that I did like before that, but like every tour I've ever done has been fun, like nothing but fun. Like, and I think it's because me and my homies are just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing but jokes on the road with us. Like it's jokes. I got to use the bathroom all the time. I know that's like one thing that probably annoys the rest of the crew is like, yo, my bowels do not agree with me when I hit the road at all. But like besides that, it's super fun, dog. Like we just have a good time every night, like for real.
That's awesome.
Are you guys in like a van? Are you guys flying? What are you doing?
Nah, I wish I was flying. That'd be tight. I'm not rich like that yet. We in the Sprinter right now though, so you know things moving up a little bit. Yo, I got a little TV action now. You feel me? Play video games and shit like that, so it's tight, man. Yeah, Kodak's great.
Yeah, Kodak is great. Shout out to Florida. Do you fuck with anybody else from Florida?
My family.
Oh, your family's from Florida?
my whole mama side is
No
in
way.
Florida.
Where in Florida?
Yeah,
Pompano.
Pompano.
shit.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, man.
That's South Florida.
I like
What's up?
low key like grew up down there.
Damn, for real? Like, we're from Florida. Like,
Hey, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up like down in Pompano, man, with my grandmother and my grandfather.
That's wild.
Yeah, we
Hell
lived
yeah.
in Pines and Broward.
That's
so,
fire, man. Yeah, my
that's-
uncle literally just texted me from Florida about a hoodie right now.
that's wild. That's wild as shit. I didn't know that at all.
How long did you grow up there?
It was like I got bounced back and forth, so like I would spend like 4 or 5 months out of the year every year until I was like 14
Oh, okay.
in Florida. Like I'd spend the whole like May through September. I'd be in Florida and I'd come back up to Boston until I was like 14.
Go like the hottest time of the year.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, and I go down there with because I needed discipline, so I used to go down there with my uncle and my grandfather, and they would straighten me out, and then I go back up here and act a fool again.
Yeah.
They go send me back down there, like, yeah, you need to go back down there.
You
Not
gotta
too bad.
have you ever performed in Florida?
Nah. Oh wait, nah. I did what's that called? Oh wow, we did Orlando. Yeah, I did Orlando and Tampa. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was gonna say no because I did this Art Basel show like a few years ago, like at a little warehouse, like a little thing.
Damn,
but
I'm trying to think if I was there.
It was in Miami or it was in Orlando? And
It was
it was in
Basil.
Miami. Basil was in Miami.
it was for Basil.
Basil was in Miami, but I had a show with Kyle on his tour in
Okay.
Orlando and Tampa as well.
Would you guys play like back booth or something?
I don't know where we played.
know.
It was big though. I don't know where he played. He was going crazy. Kyle's going crazy, so it was somewhere big.
What's your relationship like with Kyle?
That's my dog. That's pretty much it. Like I if I do something with somebody like rap related or anything like that, that's usually my homie. Like
Yeah.
for real. So like when I first came out here, like when very first time I came out here, like Kyle's he was the first rapper I met out here. And he was just like, man, I really fuck with your shit. And it was crazy because like I used to like throw parties and trap to his song Fruit Snacks, right? Way back in the day. And I didn't know like Kyle was such a wholesome guy when I was doing this. So it was like when I met him, I'm like, dog, like, yeah, I used to trap to your shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he was like, man, that's crazy. You know? But yeah, like, and everything after that was just like, it was peaches, man. Because
Yeah.
he's a good dude. Like, he's hella funny and he's just a good person, like a good all around person. So it's really easy to click up with Kyle on anything.
Yeah, that's dope. I feel like I've only heard good things about Kyle too. Like,
For real, he's really a good dude. Like, it's not even an exaggeration. You know, like most people be like, yeah, he's a good dude, and then be really a piece of shit. Nah, Kyle's like a real good dude. Like, he's a real, genuine, really great guy. For real.
Yeah. So do you live in California now? Or are you back and forth?
Yeah, man. I live in California. I mean, not pretty much back and forth, but I live in California now. But yeah, I try to visit home as much as I can. Check on my mom, my family, my people.
You get homesick? Because I get homesick all the time.
Yeah, I mean, at first I didn't. I think it was just a young me type thing in me. But like now that I'm like going back home and like seeing my mom getting older and seeing my sisters getting older,
100%.
You feel me? Like now it's like like I get homesick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
It's different now. It's like damn, that's it's like different now. Like when you see your family, it's different when you're away for a minute. And I feel like I'm getting older too because now it's like damn, that's my sister. Like when I see my sisters, when I see my mom, I'm like damn, that's my mom. You know what I'm saying? When I see my pop, I'm like damn, that's my dad type shit. You feel me? And it's dope.
Definitely.
You are you living in Los Angeles?
Yeah, mid city. Mm-hmm.
How do you like it?
It's cool. I mean, I stay to myself. I turn myself to a homebody out here type shit. Just to work. Like I came out here to work. I didn't come out here to like play or anything. So I can't treat it like that. And it's real easy out here to like, you know, fall into that.
Yeah, get lost.
Yeah, so I just really stay in my crib, and that's how I stay sane. I just do me. Like I try to treat it like how I treat the crib in Boston.
Yeah, I feel you. Like that's kind of like why I moved, because like there's like too many distractions back home. Like when you know everybody your whole life.
Yeah, man, it's different, yo. It's different. Yeah, when you know everybody, and then all of a sudden you become a rapper, because Boston's hella small. You know what I'm saying? So like I really knew everybody, and like everybody knew me. And then when like this shit start popping off, like the world gets really small. Yeah. Like I thought it was small before, but like once you start doing something, like it really gets small. And you know, you gotta kind of like, in order to keep yourself right and keep yourself like always working and keep yourself on your toes and keep yourself focused, you gotta kind of like dip off, you know what I'm saying? Just to get your mind right. And that's what I did. Like at first when I started rapping, I like disappeared for like 2 years, like on some shit. Yeah. And like I wasn't like hanging with anybody. I cut a lot of things off, and I just started working. And that's what works for me, is me just being with me and working. So like when I started finding success in music and like the world started getting smaller, I saw myself like having way too much fun. So I was like, man, I gotta dip off again. Yeah, I gotta dip off again. So here I am.
Who are some of the people that you like grew up listening to?
Wow, it's crazy. Cause like when you're a kid, you don't really get to choose who you listen to. So like I was listening to like Tribe Called Quest, a lot of Tribe, a lot of Erykah Badu. Who else? A lot of De La, a lot of Eazy-E, a lot of Snoop, a lot of Dre.
And this was like what your parents were listening to, so this wasn't like your choice.
Yeah, my mom put me on the 50 Cent like when I was she had like the first 50 Cent mixtape, Guess Who's Back, and that's like the first time I like was like, all right, I fuck with rap. Like I could rock with this rap shit, like, you know. And she used to play that for me like every day, like when she used to pick me up from school. We listened to 50 Cent, Guess Who's Back mixtape. And I was like 8, 9 listening to it. So it was like, that shit stuck with me. And then Kanye. And then after that, I started buying my own shit. Yeah, it was like Dipset.
Dipset?
Yeah, I was a huge Dipset fan. Like it was a lot of Dipset, a lot of D Block too, a lot of Jay-Z, a lot of Jay-Z. Who else? And then like I get older, I guess in high school, I started listening to Gucci, and that took over my life. Southern music took over my life in high school, like in like 07, Writings on the Wall came out, and that was pretty much it for me. That was the first time I listened to that. And then I was on my TM 101 with Jeezy. And yeah, like that shit took over my life. My whole high school career was just like Atlanta Southern music. But before that, it was like a lot of jazzy shit.
Did you sell a lot of drugs in high school? I'm not trying to be a cop.
Wow, that's a cop-ass question, bro. I think
it's been enough time. Like enough time has passed, so like you can't get in trouble for it. That's a thing, right?
I was cooling. No, that's not a thing. I was cooling.
Oh, for real?
I was cooling, man. I was definitely I was doing me.
Yeah,
you feel me? I was for sure doing me in high school.
Yeah, and that should definitely influence you.
Oh man, did it. Yo, listening to Jeezy and then like going outside, it's like, bro, you can't. Oh man, like it was like a real. Like, I thought I was going to go to jail because I was listening to so much like Jeezy. Like, it makes you want to do crime. Like, like old Gucci, old Jeezy makes you want to just do crime. You feel me?
Do you ever think about that when you're making your music? Like, oh fuck, I'm gonna influence these kids to do this shit.
Nah, yeah. And that's why I try to like not glorify any of that shit. Like, I try to not talk about a lot of the shit I was doing. Like, because none of that shit's cool. Like, I did what I had to do because I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? It
sounds cool though.
It sounds fire, you know what I'm saying? That shit sounds fly and all that shit, but that shit really ain't that tight, man. Like, when you're going through shit like that, your family don't really fuck with you, you feel me? People don't really trust you how they should, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do things that you don't necessarily want to do, but you have to do it, you know what I'm saying? But I try not to glorify that because nobody who's like trapping still, none of my niggas who still trapping want to do that shit. They all wish they were in my shoes with my opportunity, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to feed off of. Like, that's the energy I try to give back. You feel me? That fuck that shit, man. You could do something way better with your time.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. Let's get into another song. Let's play some music.
What do you want to hear?
Let's play some Joel Santana.
Wow, yeah.
What do you want to hear?
Damn. All right, we're gonna have to go back to the Game's Been Missing. Maybe Lil Boy Fresh from the Game's Been Missing. Jeez, that was like a real story too. That shit was fire.
Yeah. Was that a mixtape?
The Game's Been Missing was his first album. Okay. Yo, that was like the first time the 2-verse rap was a thing too. Like, he started the two verses on the rap song. Yeah, that was Joel's, bro. That was the first time I ever heard that shit. It was shocking to me too. I'm like, yo, he's putting 2 verses out on the song and that's it. Like, yeah. And then now here we are, 2017, man.
Now we got
you lucky like if you get a 16. Goddamn, that's what I'm saying. You lucky if you get a goddamn 16 these days. You feel me?
Yeah.
Off the air, we were talking about Tecate. Shout out.
Still, we need you to sponsor us. We've been waiting for that.
We need that Tecate spider. For sponsor.
Wow. Get it to like the spider collab though for like Halloween, the Tecate spider.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Next year goals.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Write it down.
Definitely. Yo, so what are you for Halloween? Lil Wayne?
Nah, I'm Stizzmon. That's what we're gonna call this. I'm Stizzmon. You feel me? I'm coming out tonight. I might come out to Sean Paul, a Beanie Man, a Busy Signal. We don't know.
The Sean Paul would
We won't know.
No, you should run the Sean Paul.
Yo, we don't know. You just gotta pull up to figure it out, man. We don't know how we rocking tonight, but we know we rocking this way. You feel me?
Definitely.
Yo, LA show. Are there any special guests? Can you?
I can't
confirm or deny.
I can't confirm or deny.
Okay,
fair.
I'll accept that. That's right.
I can't confirm or deny anything, man.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, shit. I guess I just have one more question for you. When it's all said and done, how do you want to be remembered?
It's Cousin Stizz, bro.
Cousin Stizz?
Yeah, because if you're remembered, you're remembered. You feel me? So I just want to be remembered as Cousin Stizz, dog. Like that's important, man. Being remembered is super tight. That's a legacy shit. You feel me? I just want it to be something that can't nobody ever be, man.
Yeah.
I just want to be Stizz, dog.
I feel it.
You feel me? I just want the world to love me.
I feel it.
For me.
I feel it 100%. You got any shout outs or anything before we wrap it?
Mom Dukes, Pop Dukes, Lil Sis Dukes, Grandma Dukes, Tim Dukes, Jonah Dukes, and y'all Dukes. All right?
Bet
we rocking like that? I think that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah. Fucking thank you so much for coming by today, dude. I appreciate it so much.
I appreciate you guys, man. We had some fun in here for real.
Definitely.
We can
and Rick and Morty. Big shout out to Rick and Morty.
Big shout out.
Bring back the set of little Ricks. We need to know what's going on, man.
Yeah, we need a whole season.
For real.
For real.
All right, what do we want to wrap it with?
Fresh Prince.
Hey, let's do that.